Students, in this recorded session of yours, today I will tell you the basic rules of conditional sentences. Although we have already done this topic, conditional sentences, in our previous videos, but this is just a revision for the same. So initially, I will commence with its definition. And here is its definition. Conditional sentences are the sentences that express one thing contingent or dependent on the other thing. So now the types of conditional sentences. Conditional sentences are of four categories, out of which the first one is if present simple tense is there in the if clause, then in the main clause we simply use present simple. The second category, if present simple tense is there in the if clause, then in the main clause we will either use future simple tense or can, may, must, should, any of these four models along with V1. Now the third category, if past tense is there, past simple tense, if past simple tense is there in the if clause, then in the main clause we will use would plus V1. Now the fourth category says if past perfect tense is there in the if clause, then in the main clause we will use would, have plus third form. So students, in this first category, that is present simple tense in both the clauses, in the if clause as well as in the main clause. In this first category, we express something which will always result in the other thing, and it always remains the same. In short, in order to express a fact, truth, or proverb, we use this first category of conditional sentences. For example, if you warm water, it starts boiling at 100 degrees Celsius. Second sentence, if you throw something upwards, it comes down again. Next sentence, if we grow in age, we grow in experience also. So these sentences, if you have noticed, are conveying a kind of fact, truth and proverb. So we can simply use here present simple tense in both the clauses. Now the second type, and that is if present simple tense is there in the if clause, then in the main clause we can use either future simple tense or any one out of these four models, can, may, must, should, along with V1. Okay, and the use of these four models depends on the meaning of the sentence. So this second category is used when a sentence expresses a situation whose outcome is likely to happen, not guaranteed. So in order to make it clear, I'm going to give you a few examples. The first sentence is, if it stops raining now. I repeat, if it stops raining now, I will go to the market. Second sentence, if the teacher comes, he will teach us today. Third sentence, if you don't stop misbehaving like this, I will complain to your parents. So this is the second category. Now the third type, which is past simple tense. If there is in the if clause, if past simple tense is there in the if clause, then in the main clause would plus V1. So this third category of conditional sentences is used to express something which is quite unrealistic and can never occur in future. For example, if I inherited $1 billion, I would travel to the moon. I repeat, if I inherited $1 billion, I would travel to the moon. Next sentence for the same is, if I had a zoo, I would allow people to interact with the caged animals more. Next sentence, if I were a bird, I would fly high in the sky. So now the last fourth category. The last category is, if there is past perfect tense in the if clause, then in the main clause we will use would have plus V3. So this fourth category is used to express that the present circumstances would be quite different if something different had happened in the past. So to make it clear, here are a few examples that I am going to give you. If you had informed me earlier, I repeat, if you had informed me earlier about the holiday, I would never have come. Next sentence, if you had prepared my food on time, I would not have gone without my packed lunch. So students, these are the rules and sentences of conditional sentences which now I have explained to you, and I hope you all have now understood. So thanks for watching the video. Have a good day ahead.